Hi everyone, this is Bhupendra and welcome to video 4 of the tutorial for the queue management system CommuniQ. In our previous videos we looked at the database maintenance, the QMS setup and also the introduction to all of these software applications. Right, so what we're going to be looking at today is issuing tickets using the receptionist based method. So if we fire up our application, and this is the software that the receptionist will see when they issue a ticket. So let's run through our key fields to start with. So number one, let's go to tools and database and make sure that our database settings are the same as what we looked at on the QMS setup. So we've got an IP address, the database name, username and password, and that seems to be fine. Okay, now what we'll also look at is the type of printer that we're going to be using. So in this instance we're going to be using Macromedia Flash Paper to do on-screen ticket issue. However, when we're looking at the actual printer on the customer desk, it will be a Star TSP 1000, which is not listed on my machine because it hasn't been installed on here, but you can see that I have my Dell printer, which is what I use on an everyday basis. So let's hit OK to that. And then when we're looking at printer type, what we're looking at is a USB desktop because the embedded will only apply to a wall-mounted ticket printer or a floor standing push button ticket printer. Okay, so let's select USB and hit OK. Let's get back to our screen. Right, so quickly running through what the screen actually manages. Number one is we've got a queue. So what is the queue that we want to sort of issue a ticket for? So let's select housing management. The category, the sub-service for housing management, we'll select housing management again. And we have the option to put in the name, date of birth, reference, status or notes with the ticket. So in notes I'm just going to put in customer requires advice. Right, so when we issue a ticket this will be presented on our keypad. Now what we're looking at here is we've got a couple of options we can add to this. So if we select it as an appointment, my appointment fields become activated, but we'll look at that in another demonstration. So let's go back to our original queue. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to issue a ticket. So if we hit print, and you can now see that my ticket is being issued, but what we've also got, we've got a logo, we've got a queue name, the ticket number, the time and date of the ticket print, and our little message underneath. Yeah, so if we close that and we go to our housing management summary on the right hand side, we can see now that ticket number 26 is now being issued. What we also have is we have the option to see other queues and what tickets are being issued here as well. So if we take for example new customer inquiry, and we go to new customer inquiry here and we say it's a new product, and let's issue a ticket for this, all of this information will be presented in real time. So what we've got again is our logo, ticket number, the label and time and date, and what we'll do is we'll refresh this and you can now see that ticket number 700 for the new customer inquiry is now available. Now if you want to have a quick glance at sort of what the overall queues are, the total number of tickets in each queue, we can select the queues tab here and you can see that we have all our queues listed. Now if I hit the expand all option, we'll be able to see how many tickets are waiting in total for Q1, but also for housing management for each sub-service, what are the total number of queues as well. Okay, so we'll close this up and we'll issue some more tickets for the purposes of the demonstration. Okay, right. Now we've issued some tickets, what we can now look at is our log underneath. This basically records all the activity that goes on for this particular piece of software. If there are any errors, they'll be listed in this log file here. So if we take a look here, what we can see is that our queues have been loaded when we signed up the application, but also the ticket numbers that have been issued and for what particular queue. If we take a look at our help and we look at our logs, we can now see that for this particular machine that the logs have been on the 20th and the 29th is when I used my application, and this would be specific to each individual machine. Yeah, Okay, right. So now we've issued some tickets. What we're going to look at now is, say for example, a customer has arrived and they haven't actually have had a ticket issued. How would we record that inquiry? So what we would do is we would record a footfall. What that basically means is that a customer inquiry has been dealt with by reception, but a ticket wasn't needed to be generated. So what we'll do is we simply select footfall. Yes, I want to record a footfall, and I'll select the reason why the footfall has been recorded. Right, so now that means my footfall has been recorded. Yeah. What we did do in the QMS setup was we had a look at the field names. Yeah, and we added in footfall. So again, these fields are customizable in terms of anything that you want. It could mean that a customer comes in, takes away literature, hand in documents, may have a general question, or just come to find out specific information. Okay, right. So now that our tickets have been issued, let's relook at our queues table and see that we have got our tickets tables updated. So we issued 2 for benefits, and if we expand benefits on its own, it doesn't have a sub-service, so this becomes irrelevant. We'll close that up now, and that's pretty much the ticket issuing software for the receptionist.